All right, there we go. Hopefully y'all can hear me. For the one person who's viewing me, let me know if you can hear me. My mic has been acting up a lot tonight, so I'm not sure why. But how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. If you can't tell by the title, this is my 9 years on YouTube milestone. Sorry for the first few 2 minutes if it was like really odd that this whole thing was happening. Let's see. I noticed that Emma had posted a comment in the chat earlier at like 7 in the morning. Not sure if you're the one watching, Emma, but thanks for congratulating me on my 9 years on YouTube. I know if y'all also notice, there is a possibility of a panel depending on how many people are in here. Like I said, things have just been pretty crazy, I must say. Let's see. I see one person viewing the stream, but like I said, I'm gonna keep an eye on the mic just to make sure it's working properly. But yeah. So if y'all didn't see my video that I posted earlier in the day today, I did a video too, talking about how it's been 9 years since I've been on YouTube. Things have been pretty great, I must say. And one thing I did forget to bring up in my 9-year milestone stream that happened in the last year is that I also became an uncle officially. For those of you who follow me on my Twitter, I did post a video, 2 different photos since September 7th, specifically. One was on September 7th, and the other was just a few days ago on Thanksgiving, where I showed off my new niece, Grace is her name. And so on Thursday, she would have been 3.5 months old as of that photo being taken. And it's nice that I got to hold her again, because the last time I held her was 2.5 months ago when she was only a month old. And again, for those of you who follow my Twitter, definitely go check out those 2 photos. So that was one thing I forgot to bring up in my 9 years on a YouTube milestone video as well. So it looks like we got 2 people viewing the stream. And like I said, I will try to put a panel link out for anyone who wants to come up and give me suggestions for what kind of videos they think I should do over the coming year. Like I said, my goal, I said this in the video, but my goal in the future is to hopefully reach 2,000 subs before I hit the 10-year milestone mark next year, because I have a special video for 10 years of being on YouTube, which will be amazing. Oh, hey, Tyler, I'm assuming that's you. I'm surprised you're even in here. But yeah, I'm not sure if you were in here earlier, Tyler, but my mic was acting up when I first started the stream. I was having issues with it, but so hopefully you can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me perfectly, because like I said, my mic was having issues when I came in here. So anyways, like I said, my plan is I will post the link for the panel out soon, but going back to what I was saying about my goals for the next year. You can't hear me? Okay, thank God. Just making sure, because like I said, my mic was having issues. But like I said, so as to what I'm going to try to do over the coming year, to hopefully when it reaches 10 years, is that I'm going to try to do like what do you call it? A montage of different videos that's set when it comes to showing how I've evolved in 10 years, at least when it gets to that milestone. And so that's one thing I'm planning to do, and hopefully I can hit 2,000 subscribers before the 10-year milestone hits. Because again, if y'all haven't seen in the video, I did bring up how, if y'all haven't watched the YouTuber known as Jacksepticeye, go check out his videos where he did his 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000 subscriber milestones. Because when it comes to his 2,000 subscriber milestone, I want to do a skit similar to like how he did it. So I'm hoping I can pull that off when the time comes, and that's if I manage to reach 2,000 subscribers. But as of right now, I'm less than 10 subs away from hitting 1,600 subscribers, so that's pretty good. Like I said, hopefully we can get some more viewers in here. Not sure if some other people are aware that I'm live, but like if you notice, Tyler, there was someone who commented over almost 12 hours ago. Emma666, she's that person that I follow a lot too. Not sure if she knows I'm live already, but I tried to give the stream a lengthy amount of time when it comes to like starting the stream. So hopefully people will be able to come in and check it out. Like I said, I'm hoping I can at least bring somebody up here before I decide to end the stream. Now, the only thing I'm a little worried about when I put the panel link out is there's one person who I'm hoping doesn't show up backstage, mainly because I don't want them to start drama on this stream. Because if you notice, this is on my main channel, not the Mad Defense channel. So just keep that in mind for when y'all come up. So, here, let me see. I guess it's been long enough now. See if I can, hold on, post. So copy, and I'm going to try to post the panel link in here. There we go. So there's the StreamYard link for anyone who wants to pop up in the panel. So hopefully someone will come up, because like I said, I want to get some ideas as to like what kind of videos y'all think I should try to do over the course of the next year, so that at least up until I hit 10 years. And like I said, for any of you who want to congratulate me, give me some thoughts as to how I've been doing over the last year when it comes to videos. Just let me know. And like I said, it's kind of hard to see who's on the panel if someone's backstage, because like I said, my mic's actually in the way currently. But once I feel like by the time it gets to Christmas time, I'm definitely gonna get a mic that is just sitting on the back desk and it's just like, hovering right here in the camera, so that way it wouldn't be blocking this view of the panel, so I can see who comes up backstage. I mean, I'm assuming it'll make a noise when it comes to who comes up in the back stage, if someone comes backstage. But aside from that, trying to think of stuff to talk about. Like I said, I don't really have much to talk about. I mean, I know I did a video earlier, so the only thing I didn't really bring up in the video, like I said, was that in the last year, I've also become an uncle officially to my new niece. So that was something I thought I should bring up. And like I said, as time goes on, it's probably going to be a little bit different, especially with my new niece. I mean, it's not that I see her all the time, but Tyler says more singing videos. Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to try to do some more of those, especially if I can manage to get one of those like podcast things that will sit on the back of the desk and have it to where the microphone's just sitting here in front of me, and not be over here on the desk. That's definitely something that I should be keeping an eye on. Because like I said, right now my mic is sort of blocking my view of the backstage area, so I can't really tell who the first person that comes up backstage will be. Now that I posted the panel link down. Let me see if I can, I have to let some people know that I'm live streaming. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Wait, not sure what that was, but Let's see. Sorry if I'm not talking too much, guys. I'm just trying to get people to know that I'm live. Wait, let me go under. Nope, that's not it. Communities, maybe. Nope, that's not it. Chats. Huh? Okay, that's a little weird. Not sure why my thing is not letting me view people, but okay, so for some reason my Twitter is not letting me go to my chats, but I'm probably gonna, if you want, Tyler, you can come onto my panel really quick just to have a quick word with me, and if things don't improve with whatever, then I might end the stream a little earlier than I originally planned. Like I said, this was mainly supposed to be a celebration on top of the video I posted, but like I said, I barely have a lot to do. One thing I did want to discuss really quick, in case anyone decides to come up on the panel, I did recently go in to my mom's house so that she could help me book my vacation in January. So I am still going during the week that I had planned. The only difference is it'll be a day later than I originally planned. My original plan was to go from January 11th through the 17th, but for some reason the thing decided to say that there was no available vacation packages for that specific day, starting that specific day. So all I did was bump it up a day, and which means I had to bump up the day that I would be coming back to the 18th instead. And for some reason, it allowed me to do that. However, I also just realized as we were doing the vacation package that it turns out that was actually the week that I had booked the vacation, especially the day that I'm leaving, is actually my mom's birthday, which I honestly completely forgot about. And that's on me. But I honestly don't know what else really to talk about. I was hoping some people would come up on the panel really quick to discuss possible ideas for videos. Not sure if anyone wants to come up on panel, especially you, Tyler. I know you're watching. It looks like we have 3 people as viewing. I'm assuming you're one of them, Tyler, but and you don't have to have your camera on, Tyler, when you come up. I just want to make sure you're aware of that. I just want to make sure that someone comes up just to talk for a little bit, because I've already been streaming for 15 minutes and there's really not much to talk about in this stream. But you saying, where am I going on vacation? I'm actually going to the same place I went before, which was Universal Orlando Resort in Florida. I'm going in January mainly because I was told that going during a month like January is probably way better, because it's not as hot down there as it usually is. I think the highest it ever gets to is like 75 degrees down there, and the low it can get to is around like 45. But I think it hardly ever gets above. I don't think it ever goes higher than 75 degrees, which is plenty of a decent amount of heat for me, because I definitely don't want to accidentally get sunburned again when I'm down there. And like I said, I might be bringing with me a lot more shorts when I go down there, because depending on what the weather's going to be like, I mean, I'll even check what the weather's going to be like during that week that I'm down there, just to play it safe before I pack my suitcase with mostly shorts. I know I'm definitely going to be wearing like jeans and stuff when I go down there. When I go down to Florida, on the day that I leave for Florida and the day I come back from Florida, I'm going to be wearing jeans. But during the days that I'm going to be in the park, I'm going to try to wear shorts, as long as it's not too cold down there during the day. But so that's basically my plan. Now, depending on how my money situation goes as it gets closer to August, I might consider trying to go on another vacation in August, but this time it'll be because I'm more used to it. Now, the only difference when it comes to this vacation, compared to the last one, is that I will be flying a different airline this time. Instead of flying Spirit Airlines, I will be flying JetBlue, which I hear is way more comfortable than Spirit. And thankfully, I had already pre-downloaded the JetBlue airline app to make sure that my flight information is on there and ready to go when I leave. Now, I guess the only thing I have to really try to pay close attention to is that because I'm going on the 12th, which I completely forgot was my mom's birthday that day. She may not be able to take me to the airport herself because she wants to probably spend more time celebrating her birthday. Now, there are two people that I can try to get as a backup to take me to the airport. One is my grandma's friend, John, or another person who I might actually try to get to take me to the airport is actually my old coworker from my old job, Travis Collins. I'm going to try to just have a discussion with him at some point between now and then to see, because I know he usually doesn't work on Mondays. And since Monday is the day that I'll be leaving for this trip, I might be able to get him to help get me to the airport just so I don't end up being late. And then I guess the one other thing I probably would have to worry about is like snow possibly affecting my flight, but let's just hope that there's no like flight delay for me when I go there, because to be fair, my departing flight is supposedly around 3:30 to 4 o'clock in the evening, and I won't get there until like closer to 6 in the evening. So, and like I said, because I'm flying JetBlue Airlines this time, it's going to be in a different terminal at the Orlando airport compared to when I went there last time. So it might take me a little longer to get to the Superstar shuttle, depending on how that whole method works. But when it comes to coming home after the vacation is done, I'll be coming back on Sunday, January 18th. So that's something. And like I said, I'm going to try to make the vacation vlogs when I go down there longer this time. Not sure what else there is to talk about. Again, I was mainly trying to I wanted to do a long stream, but that was only if people came up on the panel and started giving me some ideas. I want people to actually be talking to me on camera during a paneling. So, I mean, I guess I'll wait at least 10 more minutes, and if nobody else comes in, then I'll stop it at the stream at 30 minutes. So it wasn't as long as I hoped it would be, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But so I guess aside from all the different bits of information I brought up, like going on my vacation in January, going on my, like I said, definitely trying to make the vacation videos longer upcoming January. I guess I can talk about like the future videos that I've got planned for the rest of the year. So as to the future videos that I've got planned, like I said, I'm gonna be doing my reviews of Avatar: Fire and Ash next month, maybe the SpongeBob movie, and also Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Those are the 3 movie reviews that I'm going to try to do next month. And then when it comes to getting up to the 5 videos, my cousin says, about to watch the Santa Claus Gotta Run. Okay, that's fine, Tyler. It's funny you say the Santa Claus because I recently, I know this actually happened a couple weeks ago, but I just got the Santa Claus trilogy on Blu-ray, to where they're all in the same case. I'm trying to like cut down on the amount of like DVDs and Blu-rays I've got. You know, it's easier to do it that way because, um, um, and by getting it in Blu-ray form, if that's the only way I can do it, it's fine. Mainly because it seems like normal DVDs won't work on my new Xbox Series X for some strange reason, but it's crazy that I that whole thing happened. But anyways, so I guess going back to what I was saying about like the future plans. So I got 3 different movies that I'm going to be hopefully reviewing next month. Those being Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants, and Avatar: Fire and Ash. That's the one movie that I'm really excited for. But once I see all 3 of them, then the 4th and 5th videos that I got planned for December are going to be my worst movies of the year list and my best films of the year list for 2025. Now, it's pretty crazy to think that this year has been quite an interesting take on movies this year when you honestly think about it. But like I said, and when it comes to how many videos I've posted for the entire year, because I try to do a minimum of 5 videos per month, that for a whole year that equals 60 videos a year. And I definitely am over that point because if y'all noticed with this month, and I believe April was the only other month that I posted more than 5 videos. I'm currently sitting at 9 videos for this month. And I don't remember how many I posted in April, but I know it's more than 5. So I at least have 64 videos minimum for sure this year, which means I had 4 extra videos at least for the entire year. So I noticed we were getting a couple of viewers in here, but it went up to 4, but then it went back down to 3, then 2. So for those 2 viewers who are still watching, if y'all haven't said anything in the chat, let me know. Like I said, I'm gonna try to keep this stream going as long as I can. I just wish I had someone on the panel and having clicked the panel link to come up and say hi, to congratulate me on hitting 9 years on YouTube. And like I said, I guess since nobody else is really coming in, I might possibly end the stream a little earlier than I originally planned. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep it at up to 30, but if nobody else comes in before the 30-minute mark, I'll probably have to end the stream a lot earlier than usual because, like I said, I don't know how much longer I can keep talking by myself. Sometimes I can, if I know what I'm specifically going to be discussing, and it can last a lot longer, especially when people come up on the panel that I provide as well. It makes it a lot easier, to do stuff. But yeah, so it looks like my viewers are dropping, so I might as well just end off the stream now. Thank you for everyone who came in. It was mainly just my cousin, but I'm probably just going to end the stream off here. So I'll see all you guys in the next video, hopefully whenever that comes out. So see y'all later.